Hello and welcome, Alexis here. So check this out. I'm at home, obviously. So welcome to my home, and I just wanted to let you know that I'm starting this live feed here on Facebook because I think it's a great place to sort of keep you informed on what's going on. And also, this is part of a challenge. So just so you know, I've challenged myself to publish something live, which is different than just taking a video, even for the next year. And so right now, I've been working on a product for sort of in the meditation and health space, which I've been excited about since I was, a teenager. And so this feed here, this live feed, will be part of sort of my journey in sharing what I've learned over the last 20 years, basically, what worked for me, what didn't work in terms of mental health and dealing with stress and anxiety and depression. And I'm very excited to use actually Facebook Live because I think it's a great place to put all of this. Because also, as opposed to Instagram, they have no time limit, at least as far as I can tell, and they have the live option, which YouTube has as well, but you have to qualify. And I was like, I don't want to wait for YouTube until they qualify me for live streams. I want to get this done, and I want to get it out of the door right away. So it's morning here in Berlin, and I just wanted to share with you a little story about how powerful this Kundalini Yoga is that I'm practicing and I'm also teaching. So I remember that. The backstory was that I was in New York City and I was really stressed, and I sort of couldn't concentrate anymore on the work that I was doing. And let me just see if I can even more light. We'll see. We'll figure this out. This is nice. So I was I don't know. I was meditating, and I had tried out different ways to meditate. This is in 2009, I think, and I wasn't unfortunately in a good place. But I thought to myself, oh, I'm gonna just pick a meditation off the shelf, something, and I'll just run with it. And I did, and oddly enough, I think it made me even more depressed, which was sad. And so I basically hit a wall where I was like, okay, if meditation doesn't work, then I mean, what will? And so I remember very clearly my friend August Adams, who had been going to martial arts class for a while now. He was really cool, and he is a really cool person, and very inspiring. And he said, hey man, listen, there's this thing called Kundalini Yoga. And so I was skeptic, but I said, okay, let's go. I'm gonna go for one class, and if it sucks, then I haven't lost anything, and my current meditation isn't working anyways. And I remember going. This is on Union Square, to Kundalini Yoga East, the oldest serving yoga school in New York City. They opened, I think, in 69 or 70, 1970. And I remember walking up the stairs and walking through this wood paneled hallway, and it started smelling really good, like incense. And I'd never been there. And so my friend took me, and so the closer we come to the school, the better it smells. And we open the door, and there's people all dressed in white all around me, and they're very friendly. I go to the counter, and a young woman smiles at me and says welcome, and she's dressed all in white and very festive. This was a Saturday. This was, I think, the 28th of August 2009. First thing, please change here. I brought some loose clothes, and it was very calm, very, very relaxed, really nice environment. Smelled great. And what I remember is that when I changed and I changed my clothes, I got a little bit more comfortable. I felt very comfortable in the first place, and I walked into the main room. And there's a few things that I noticed, which I was really, really surprised about. a lot of different peoples from very different walks of life. So I saw a man in his 70s, a woman in her early 20s. I saw a lot of people in their 30s, men, women, one or two children actually running around, and that was the first thing that struck me. I was like, oh, this is very different to the yoga classes I had been to before, which are, hatha or vinyasa classes, where it's usually women in their 20s trying to get a workout in, and be spiritual on while they're doing that. And in reality, they're in those classes, everyone is competing who's the most, I don't know, elegant, and blah blah blah. So that's the first thing that struck me. It was like, anyone, oh, okay, it looks like anyone can do this. And because we were just normal people from the street, from New York City. It wasn't this like intense, athletic class with only buff women and men. So we sit down, and another thing I noticed, which I liked a lot, was there were no yoga mats. So I'm in a Kundalini yoga class, but where are the mats? And it turns out that you don't need the rubber mat. And I also really like this, because I always felt in normal yoga classes that when you have your yoga mat, it's sort of like your territory, and it's sort of like it underlines how you're still different to everyone else by having a little parcel of land. And so instead, at Kundalini Yoga East, there was a carpet, a very well kept carpet, which I learned later to keep up over years, and how to take care of that carpet later. But my first impression were really nice, and people were talking just before the class started, chatting. And it was another thing, actually, in those vinyasa yoga classes I've been to, everyone was just like on their mat going forward. I don't care about anyone around me. I'm here for my workout and do my yoga. And here it was just people chatting. It was really nice. And we're all sitting. No, at this point we're sitting cross-legged, and the teacher comes in. She Sajivan Kaur, who I had never met before, and she just went up on the stand, sat down. Everyone got quiet, and she just said, "Close your eyes, sing along to tune in," which I had never done, which was okay for me. And then, a few seconds later, she's like, "Keep your eyes closed, and start breath of fire." And so I had never done breath of fire. Look around, I see what people are doing. I start getting the idea of how it works, and she's walking you. She's only walking you through it, and we're like pumping our navels. And I'd never done this before, and I was like looking around, am I doing this right? Of course, as a newbie, and it wasn't that hard. But what got really, like, it wasn't hard to do, but once the first minute passed, I was like, damn, this is exhausting. This is just breathing, and I'm just sitting here cross-legged, and I'm already feeling it quite a bit. And so we went on for 2 minutes, and I remember in those first 3 minutes of that first yoga class at Kundalini Yoga East, at the end, when she told us, okay, finally, inhale, hold your breath. I held my breath. Exhale, exhaled, and then once more, inhale, hold your breath, exhale, and then one more time, inhale, hold your breath, exhale. And I remember, and this is so key, in this moment, I was in a different, I felt like I was on a different planet. I felt these 3 freaking minutes, they gave me more. I was so calm. I was so connected. I felt so good. I felt so clear-headed and focused. And I thought to myself, how is this possible? We just started this class. This was just the warm-up. And I was already, and I've said this many times, I felt like in those 3 minutes starting the class, I felt I had experienced more of what I wanted to experience, which was sort of de-stressing and clarity and just deep connectedness than I had experienced in 6 months of sitting down every morning to meditate officially, to do it right, and be very, very serious about it. And that was my moment when that was my epiphany. I was like, I need to do this. This is clearly the way to go. It wasn't a matter of choice anymore. It was like the choice. I had made the choice after the first 3 minutes, and I was going to go and just learn anything and everything I can learn about this. And so I'll tell you more about the rest of the story and the details of what happened next. But just wanted to share with you my story about my first 3 minutes doing Kundalini Yoga, and I fell in love. I was like, this works. This is amazing. And yeah, so I hope this was interesting to you. And as I was saying, I will be posting live videos every day. Obviously feel free to comment, and I'm looking forward to sharing more with you. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.